Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, friends.
Hello, friends and comrades. Oh, there's lots of people already. Jennifer,
Jennifer and
Peter.
Laura and Denise. Hi, girls. So right before we went live, Angela was saying that I was going to like
My new teacup.
her new teacup.
Now, I know I did my premiere right before you went live yesterday, so I don't know if you've had a chance to watch it. If you haven't, it's good because you're going to get a sneak peek. Well, I'm steeping my tea right now. I have like 2 more minutes on it, but I have new tea. It's based on the zodiac.
Cool. What is our flavor? What is the Libra flavor?
It's calendula and rose white tea.
Okay.
Paimutan tea leaves, rose petal, bee balm, calendula, white clover, and bachelor's button. But this is a company who is from around here, but it's Hill and Holler Herbal Company, and they do all kinds of teas. I also got a Mothman tea.
Oh, wow.
But I haven't.
Hey, Diane.
Denise likes my new favorite cup.
Yeah. Did you watch the Rachel Maxey Mothman costume?
Yes, I did.
Wasn't that adorable?
Well, it's funny because my friend Liz, the one who designs for Blinko, they just did a Mothman and Flatwoods Monster commercial for a local convenience store. And she was dressed up as Mothman.
Oh.
And it's so funny because it's the Mothman and the Flatwoods Monsters go to this convenience store. It's called the Little General. And they buy bags and bags full of pepperoni rolls, which is West Virginia's official food, right?
Yes, you've told me about the pepperoni rolls.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's very funny. I don't know if it's on. I can find it on YouTube, I'll share it there. But I've only seen it like on Facebook thus far. Yes, Catherine, there's a Mothman tea. It's got ashwagandha in it and some other things. That's going to be in my tea rotation very, very soon. Let's see. Well, I think my tea is about steeped. So let me take the bag out.
Okay.
And not burn myself. Right. I didn't bring a spoon.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of selections of teas. We kind of stick with favorites.
Oh, I like to try new teas.
I know. I feel like I should, but then I don't.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Ooh, hold on. Wait. Okay. Oh, is that all hand painted?
I am not certain. I don't think so. I think it's transfers.
It looks like it.
Let me show you the plate. It's Bavaria.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? Look at the photo.
Let me see. Show it to me again. Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Let's try the tea. Oh, it's good.
Do you taste the rose?
A little, but it's not like, you know how when there's rose or rose water in something, it's like grandma soap.
Look.
I'm ready for it. Now, are you spilling the tea, Catherine? Or is it just about tea?
I'm ready. Hi, Michelle.
So, yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
So, I recommend the Libra tea. It is delicious. And I wonder if, I imagine they ship.
Hey, Kathy. Oh, and Mary's here. Hi,
Mary.
I'm missing it.
I finished Mary's special felted piece. It's in the mail already.
Oh.
I'm very excited. I can't show you because It's got an expletive on it.
Oh, I caught the end of that.
I can show you afterward.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's Monday.
It is Monday. Or so
Now-
the calendar says so.
I'm officially on vacation, so days mean nothing to me. But you know what? I have worked harder today at home than I ever do at work.
So tell us how, I mean, you mentioned the sink, but tell us, like, how far are you into the process?
Okay, make yourself bigger so I'm not.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot already. There we go.
So, if you don't know, I have an extremely large bathroom, and shortly after I moved in, I got a great deal on a new vanity. And in my bathroom, when I moved in, was just a pedestal sink that had cracks and lots of issues. So I knew I needed to replace it. But I've been putting it off because I'm not super comfortable with plumbing.
Who is?
Plumbers. But I have this week off, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get it done. So I got the pedestal unattached from the wall, and shortly after I moved in, I had a leak, so it had a new faucet on it. So I took the faucet off the pedestal sink because I don't need to buy another new faucet. It was just replaced. And got the old pedestal and sink outside. So currently, no sink in the bathroom.
Okay.
But I did get the faucet into the new sink. And then I realized that, so since it's not a pedestal, I have hot water radiators in my bathroom, like I do throughout my house.
Oh, and
And
it can't push back to
it
the
doesn't
wall.
push back all the way against the wall.
Mhm.
And I knew that, but I thought, I could at least rest it against the heater, which with hot water you can do. But the pipes come out of the floor, and so you might see sawdust in my hair because I had to jigsaw out for both the drain pipe and the supply lines.
Wow.
So I got that done, and then I realized I don't have a caulking gun. I bought caulk.
But you need the little metal thing to. Yeah.
To make it come out.
Yeah.
So I have a lead on one that I'm going to go and get after B&B.
Okay.
Because you know what? I want to be able to brush my teeth in that sink tonight.
Wow. Well, I'm with Denise. I'm very impressed. I have never held nor used a jigsaw. So just the fact that you've gotten that far.
Me and saws. I know all kinds of sawing things. And I didn't cut myself or anything. There was no major water going everywhere.
Right.
So now I just have to assemble everything under the sink. That's the only thing that I'm like, oh, like making sure that the drain thing is hooked up correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched 3 different YouTube videos before I started.
Mm-hmm. So you're a pro.
And I just went. So the cats are very confused because everything is moved around in the bathroom. And they were like,
right.
What is happening?
Right. Whenever anything is moved or you bring in something new, it's just like,
Thanks, Catherine. So very soon. And then, because I know I said like last week, my goal for this staycation was the sink and the beep. And I was like, if I do the beep first and it's annoying, then I'll run out of steam for the sink. So I was like, I'll do the sink first and I'll feel very accomplished. And then when I start hunting down the beep, it'll just be a fun adventure.
Well, you're starting your week off a very industrious.
Yeah, I might have to sleep the rest of the week. I can if I want to. No, I might have a visitor. Sheila might be coming.
Oh, really?
If it works out, yeah.
Oh, how fun. Yay.
And my sister and I are actually going. I found a big like estate yard sale thing that's happening for 3 days. Just over in PA. So we're gonna check that out tomorrow.
Ooh, on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
Monday through Wednesday.
Oh, that's an interesting time to have a estate
They
sale.
said it's a mansion and they're selling everything. I was like, okay. Okay.
Can you Instagram me so I can see all the goodies tomorrow?
I'll film if they let me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say you're on a phone call. It's technically an Instagram call.
Yeah. So that was my Monday.
Wow.
And I didn't start until like 3 p.m. because I was working myself up to starting.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes it takes a while to get ready for it.
And I did sleep in today because it's vacation. So
have you checked the supply lines to make sure they are long enough?
Yes. And I have the tape and everything. I said I had everything I needed except the gun for the clock. Well.
Yeah. Well, I got all my invoices out like I had wanted to.
I have mine now, and everybody paid, and mine are all on the way to their new homes.
Yeah. Packing takes me a while, but I got it done. I got it done by like 1:00 my time. So I was very happy about that. But then I had to work on our show. So
that's what, after I slept in, I laid here and I had something on the TV and I was just doing my slides. Yeah. So it was a slow start to the day. And then once I had, I have Teflon tape. No worries, Sheila. Once I had lunch and I ran to the grocery store, I was like, okay, we're just going to do it.
Mm-hmm. I just realized this mug, in order to see all the florals, it's a left-hander. That's kind of interesting.
What brand is yours?
Pardon?
What brand is that? Because it looks a lot like those ones I just got.
Royal
Victoria?
Windsor. Royal Windsor.
Mine was Royal Victoria. Very similar, though.
Yeah. I just realized, but it's like a lefty.
Well, it's for... Well, it depends on whether you want other people to see it or you want to see all the flowers.
I guess so. In this case, I want them to see the flowers. Oh.
Hey, Chris. You just missed the bathroom saga. And it's watch it.
Hi.
There will be a video. I did not video myself like wrestling with the plumbing and stuff. I was just like, we're going to do a before and an after.
Yeah.
So now, if you remember, when I showed you the monster clowns, the lady had taken alcohol inks to a lighting fixture.
Yes.
So, like literally the next day, I saw someone, not yet, Chris. I'm working on the sink first. Somebody shared this image, and this isn't a glass lighting fixture. It's a lucite. So the alcohol inks also work on those 80s lucite fixtures.
Wow.
I just thought it was so pretty.
Yeah.
And now I'm wondering about my chandelier in my living room.
You know, this is something where I wouldn't want to do the rainbow, but now in my head I'm thinking, ooh, like what if I did
just one color,
like a really pretty series of colors? Like I'm thinking like amber, amethyst, champagne, or
even like different shades of one color. Like
yes, that as well. Yes. Ooh.
Because, I mean, you've seen the chandelier in my living room. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be fancier.
I know. I'm thinking now that I've seen this, I want to try this maybe on a lamp and see how I like it.
Sure.
with crystal. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. But I like it.
Oh yeah, it would look better with my Turkish lamp.
Oh yeah, it would.
But I think I would just want to pick one color. Or maybe, I don't know. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 different layers of crystals. So
Hey,
maybe I
Kara.
could do 6 different colors.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, I have every color in my living room. So
Yeah.
a rainbow would be fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would want it mixed all like this. I think I would want, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's for after I find the beat.
Right.
But
Wow.
then you
I
have
like that a lot. Okay, I picked 2 things for collections. The first being just like random figural drawings, like artist studies or sketches. I think this could be a really fun collection to start where, like, if you're at estate sales and you're, in, like, sometimes I go to estate sales and there's a lot of, novice artists, they're talented. They're not like well known or anything, but, try to pay more attention, look at their sketchbooks, grab this sketchbook if there's a lot of sketches in it, and like start a collection of, you could do still lifes, you could do figural drawings. I think figural drawings would be a great collection, but just something I thought to think about as a, something where you might not necessarily in your head be like, I'm collecting this, but then all of a sudden, once you start getting some, then you might have a fun little collection that you can make a little gallery wall of, like in the bathroom, a bunch of nudes.
Okay. Mitzi just sneezed.
Oh, bless you, Mitzi.
She's smelling my hand, so it might have been some sawdust.
Mm-hmm.
I like this a lot, but this reminds me of a romance novel I read as a kid.
Oh, really?
She was learning to become a sculptor, and she was in Vienna with the Lipizzaner stallions, and so I'm just having a flashback to that book. It's a great flashback. It was fantastic.
Very cool.
Kid, junior high. Okay, junior high. So.
Yeah. Yes.
So I appreciate salt and pepper shakers, but I am not on the level of the lady who started the Salt and Pepper Shaker Museum in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
This is in Tennessee?
It's in Tennessee.
I gotta go.
I know. I want to go. So she started her collection on a needed basis. She was in her kitchen. She wanted a pepper mill. She realized she didn't have a pepper mill. She bought one, and then she went down the rabbit hole. When she opened the museum, like, she lived in Texas. When she opened the museum, they moved to Tennessee with the express intent of finding a place to hold her collection and grow it. So when they moved, she had 12,000 salt and pepper shakers. And as of today, Andrea Ludden was her name. She has over 20,000 sets.
Wow.
Now, there's also a salt and pepper museum in Cyprus, but it's not purely salt and pepper shakers. It's like any condiment things. And it's about equal on the amount of, but like you think about it and it's probably there. And like they have it broken down by like vegetables, beverages, things like that. So I'd really like to go and see it.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Are you allowed to touch
operation
them?
like
Are you
4
allowed
hours
to
a day?
touch them, or is it look-see only?
It looks like most of them aren't behind glass. Maybe. I can't tell. I'm not sure.
12,000 sets.
Mm-hmm. But now it's 20.
Now it's 20. Dang.
Right.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. She's got the Seasoning down.
Wow. Very cool. Okay. So my second celebrating collections is kind of blended with interiors just because they applied them to their kitchen. But to me, this looks like a very...
Jennifer, have you been there? She says, look only. There's ropes and glass.
Oh, okay. So she was there.
I think they are all different, Kathy.
So this is a collection of tiles, beautiful ones. Like, it looks like they're mostly majolica and transferware. But this is something where I think, I mean, I don't know, maybe they just went to town and bought a bunch of different ones like online and was able to curate a collection really fast. But in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, like imagine like years of collecting beautiful tiles and then being able to put your collection up on a backsplash wherever you would want to put them.
Man, I wonder how long it would take. Well, I guess it depends on.
Yeah.
I don't find these.
Me either. Like these really beautiful ones. I know.
Oh, okay.
Are they all different?
She's talking
about the salt peppers.
I think so.
Yeah.
I did one fact. It was like the oldest salt and pepper shakers that she has is from the 16th century. So.
Oh my gosh.
They're from all over the world too. There's just lots to see.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, me too.
I hear Gatlinburg has a lot of interesting things to do.
Well, gotta put it on my list.
Okay, so next we have a tablescape. Did you have another collection? I might have split it up.
No, that was it. It was the life drawings and then the tiles.
So I really liked, I found this blog and she was creating her Halloween tablescape purely from thrifted finds. So these are some of the things she found at Goodwill and beyond. And this is how she, used them. So she got lots of cats, spray painted them all matte black. I mean, look how elevated. Like, now I kind of want to paint everything black after doing my dollhouse. Because
right after the dollhouse. Yeah. I will say the tall standing cat, I don't know if it's the lighting, but gosh, it's completely transformed.
Right. And the Mexican looking cat, like, yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
So she did that. But then, so this is the table looking down.
That's beautiful.
But wait. Guess what she did with the foam head?
The foam head.
Turned it into her centerpiece.
Yeah.
So like a floral Medusa.
It's great.
Isn't that awesome?
It is.
And
I
then
love the florals.
She found these like sword letter openers and made these candied pears. On her website also she has like a tutorial on the candied pears. But I have all my little tiny swords and I was like, oh, it's like little tiny candy apples. Because you can take a regular apple and use like a melon baller to make a smaller version. So then, and then dip those in caramel or candy, and then
that would be so cute.
I know. I just need more time in my life. But that was all.
Okay.
I thought it was great.
It is. It's great. I love it. So I grabbed this because normally I'm always gravitating toward like what the florals, not floral centerpiece or just florals that you showed where it's very wild, scraggly everywhere. And this was completely different. And yet I still actually liked it. I liked all the flowers popped really tight.
Just like,
into a big flower pot. I mean,
it's almost like an extra large rose bowl is what it feels like.
Yes, an extra large rose bowl. Exactly. I did not put it as a scintillating centerpiece because because it's a flower pot, it'd be too heavy, too bulky to put on a dining room table.
Yeah.
But on a side table somewhere in an entryway, I thought, yes, I like. And plus, all the little ranunculus, is that what it is? A
I
ranunculus?
think that's a ranunculus. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tight already. So you've got the tight flowers packed in tight. I liked it.
Do ranunculus have a smell?
I don't know. Hey, Lynn and Kathy.
Oh, they're pretty. And I just like the way the colors play off the flower pot as well.
Yeah.
And I just, I mean, can we just talk about the paneling and mirror behind it?
I know. That's what I wanted to share it because, if I just showed you the picture of the pot close up, you wouldn't really get an idea of scale, nor would you be able to see how awesome it pops in this antique cane furniture setting. It's pretty great.
That's lovely. It's lovely.
Ooh.
So it's funny. I've seen pictures of this house many times, and I didn't realize it's in West Virginia. So but it's 3.5 hours for me. It's not close. So this is the pumpkin house. That's what it's called. The pumpkin house at Canova, West Virginia. They do this every year with the exception of 2020. And they have volunteers carving pumpkins up until they get them all assembled.
Okay.
Do you know how many pumpkins they display?
1,000
times 3.
Oh, wow.
3,000 pumpkins. They've been doing it for 44 years, and every year they get roughly 30,000 visitors. This is located in Canova, West Virginia, which is down close to Charleston or Parkersburg. I think it's closer to Charleston, which is our state capital. But they, local schools, all kinds of people carve a pumpkin and donate it to the cause.
Yes.
But I think if I have a long weekend, I might have to go down. I mean,
yeah.
Halloween's approaching. And since it's in my state, I kind of should go,
Yeah.
They have this town has a big autumn fest. The couple that own the house own a a soda shop, like an old school soda fountain shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it's like
you got a lot of stuff that makes an impact.
Yeah, small town charm of building traditions. This is the kind of thing I don't see where I live.
Well, it's funny because I'd seen pictures. For some reason, I thought this was up in the Northeast. This felt like
Maine,
like a New England thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, no, Southern West Virginia. There we go. They are calling. But you know what? I want to look at every single pumpkin. I want to see what everybody did,
Yeah.
And
that's so fun.
Maybe I will. I mean, I am off this week.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see.
Very fun. Okay. The rest of the pictures I grabbed were inspiring interiors pictures. And this one, I don't like the bed on the floor. I liked the wall. And I'm pretty sure this is advertising either a wallpaper company or someone who does walls, like an artist who maybe paints them. It was in French. The Instagram is French, so I don't know exactly what she does. But it seemed with all the pictures, a lot of them had settings of showing wallpapers or wall art. So I'm not sure if she's an interior designer who just kind of specializes in it, but I loved the really soft florals. I tried to zoom in really close because I'm like, what is this? So it's either a really dappled wallpaper or this is painted. But either way, I would not mind putting together what I'm going to call, it's like shabby chic wall treatment because it's like different patterns.
And I don't know. I don't think that's an actual window. I think they took like a window
Yeah.
casement.
Yes, I think so too.
And I
think
love that too.
Yeah, I think they created a wall panel with window frames. Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Halen, that's why they have lots of volunteers. They all carve them like within the same time period.
So the pumpkins don't rot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a lot. Ooh.
My inspiring interior is extra. So Marie Martin, she's an interior designer. I happened upon her website and I was like, you know what? I like it. It's a lot, but I like it. Yes. And then on her website, she has something she calls the 10 Commandments. And like commandment number 1 is always have an antique in every room, which I approve of. And let me post a link to the commandments in case anybody else wants to check them out. But I think commandment number 6 is the one that spoke to me the most. And always bear in mind, less is more.
That needs to be a VOA.quest t-shirt right now.
Let's just look at this room. From the orange tufted like ceiling. I'm pretty sure that's a Chihuly light fixture.
Yeah, it does look Chihuly, yes.
And then, I mean, just everything else. And then one of her other ones is like, there should always be a splash of leopard print. And gold. Always go with the gold. And things like that. No, so if you just want a lot of pretty things to look at, you check her out.
Yeah, I will. She definitely
more is more and less is bore.
She likes opulence, that's for sure.
Yes, layers,
heavy textures,
and then and plus soft furnishings everywhere. So more is more. The maximalist creed. Ooh.
Okay, so this at first I thought, but I don't think it is. I thought this was a decoupaged marble fireplace. But I tried zooming in. I thought, no, maybe that's just actually pink in the granite or the marble. Like the actual stone.
Like the veining and stuff.
Yeah. So I can't really tell, but I still decided to keep it because I thought, what if you decoupaged a marble fireplace? That would be different.
Or a wooden one, because there are a lot of wooden ones that need help.
Yeah, that's true too. And
you could decoupage marble paper onto a wooden.
Right. Right. So just more of like applying pattern on your furniture and things. The cute little cabinet next to the stove, I thought was darling.
Is that an old stove though?
I wasn't sure if it's a little cabinet or if that's an old stove. It looks like it could be an old stove because there are what possibly could be hot pads on the top where the chrome piece is on it. I don't know unless that's just like a trivet. But it looks like they almost decoupaged a map or something. I'm not sure what they did, but whatever they did it well.
Now I want to like rip out the insides of the tiny little stove in my basement. Use it for storage.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, dangerous. We're so dangerous.
We are.
Oh, so If you don't have the space to do a dollhouse makeover, this artist, Little Pumpkin Boo is her name, takes those tiny little resin houses that you find made in China, made in Taiwan, whatever, and she spookifies those.
That's adorable.
Aren't they so cute?
So
and then she adds the little ghosties and the pumpkins.
I now regret turning down all the David Winter cottages that I have passed by.
Well, I had that thought because I have a bunch of just off-brand Christmas houses that I got in like my very first auction lot, and I think I'm definitely gonna spookify them.
Do it. Yeah, I agree, Kara. It is spooky cute.
But I also wanted to show her other clay work, and she has these cute, adorable pastel ghosties.
They look like candy, like you could eat them.
They look like candy. And then the one on the right, it's like that little mushroom hat.
It's adorable, but I kind of want to bite it.
I know. It's like taffy, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or a marshmallow.
Yeah.
Like a flavored marshmallow. Now I'm getting hungry. Stop. Oh, I was gonna bring a new favorite thing. It's food related.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever talked about, like, I just discovered these and they're my new obsession.
Okay.
I want to share that.
Let's do it.
Do you want to do that now or after the history highlight?
I don't know. Do you want? Why don't I try to breeze through the history highlight and then we'll do favorite.
Don't breeze too fast. just a light breeze.
Okay, so you guys, this history highlight is coming to us from one of the members of our vintage antique community. If you know Cheesecake from the chats, she inspired this. And so before I go into the main part of it, we're going to start with just talking about botany and the desire for the perfect botanical model in the late 19th century. So at the time, the two top ways of studying botany were herbarium specimen sheets. And the downside to using those is because the plants would be like pressed and flattened, the forms would become distorted and the colors would fade. So not the most optimum for an accurate model of a plant. Another thing they used to do was use wax or paper mache models, but still there was a lack of scientific detail and accuracy. So
Tammy and Kathy are calling me out.
Oh, really? Angela? Yeah. Okay. So enter Dr. George Lincoln Goodale. He was the first director of Harvard's Botanical Museum. And he had a vision. He wanted to create a permanent display of plants that would be lifelike to serve the needs of educating both researchers, teachers, and the public. So in 1886, Goodale approached a father and son glass artist team, and their names were Leopold and Rudolph Blaschka. And they did live in Germany. And so he approached them to create plant models for Harvard. And why? Why go to them? Why go all the way to Germany? Well, the Blaschkas had already established a really successful business making glass models of marine invertebrates for schools, institutions, museums all over the world. They were doing this. And the reason, it was attractive to Goodall is because, like, invertebrates, once they're dead, it's hard to preserve their likeness when they're alive. So he thought that they'd be a good match after seeing their work. I mean, look at how beautiful that octopus is. After seeing their lamp work and their glass work with the marine invertebrates, he thought that they would be a good match to try to make some botanical specimens for this public display that he wanted to create. So that is why he went to them. And it did end up working out. They ended up with a contract. And so the Blaschkas created the Harvard Botanical Collection, and they worked on it from 1886 to 1936, and is part of the permanent collection at the Harvard Museum of Natural History.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is where Cheesecake just went. She went, I think, not this weekend, but last weekend. And she sent me the photos and stuff of what she saw. And I said, this sounds really cool. So, and it's very interesting once you get close in on some of these. It's amazing what they did. So the museum collection is more commonly known as the glass flowers at Harvard, and it does total 4,400 individual models and 3,000 details of plant parts and anatomical sections.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had never heard of this.
Yeah. Okay. So they did like 4 different series throughout that block of time where they were working for Harvard. And one of them was a series studying plant and insect relationships. So it's this one at the top, you can see they have like a lifelike example, and then they have some enlarged examples where they're showing the bees and how they're pollinating. And this is all glass. All glass. And I'm going to show one more as to why I think it's so fascinating as far as like educational. I mean, when they were creating these at the turn of the century, just think about how beneficial this was for, teaching and researchers. And then another series that the Blaschkas worked on was specifically diseases that affected the fruits in the Rosaceae family. And so the apricot branch is representing stages from ripe fruit down to brown rot. And then the one on the bottom is showing apple scab. But this is all glass. So it wasn't just like trying to represent a plant in its most glorious form. It really was studying different parts of botany and trying to represent plants from around the world in different stages and learning just.
Well, I imagine this would be beneficial for like agriculture too, because if something's happening and they're like,
you're right.
So what they can diagnose something much faster, especially because I want to say like late 1800s, people were bringing in plants from travels, etc., and trying to grow them in their orangery or what have you.
Right.
And there would be diseases that happened that nobody had any reference for. So these kind of things.
Right. Yeah.
Make that knowledge more accessible.
Yeah. And they were very, very detailed. I mean, from the bottoms, like when they knew something was going to be laying on the ground, they would even, like if you were to turn it over and look at the back of a plant, they would have details that you wouldn't even be able to see had you not, if you weren't going to turn it over. They really were dedicated to scientific accuracy. So they did a lot of study on natural plants. Now we're going to look at the photography of Natalja Kent, because she in 2020 did a book for the Harvard Natural History Museum on these. And so these pictures are really great because she got in there, they removed them from the cases and they set everything, and so she got really, really close in with macro lenses, and you get to see some amazing details that some of the researchers had never seen on these pieces of glass. So here's one where it's just a marvel of the stamens and the form, and that the fact that this is glass, it's amazing. And this one, so she got in with her macro lens, and you get a really close-up look. All of that detail with the white, that's all etched onto the glass. Yeah.
Hi, Heidi.
Hey, Heidi. Oh, and Geneva's here too. Hey, Geneva. Beautiful. Just some beautiful representation.
Look at the hairs on the bulbs.
Yes. This is one of the examples where she said, the flowers are so small that no one had known that they put little pieces of pollen into the flowers until she got in there with her macro lens. Isn't that amazing? And they did that with like frit, I think, but it's just so small, because the plant, the whole glass plant maybe is, I'm not sure how big, but when you get in there, it was just amazing the detail that they could pick out with the lens.
The clover.
And so, I mean, when you think about it, think about just the craftsmanship and the dedication to reality with the etching, the painting, on trying to make a glass, a glass model as close to the original plant as they could.
How many years did they work on this?
40. It was 1886 to 1936, and I think 50. Okay.
Years. Wowie.
And on this one, it's really fun because even if you were to see this in person, you might not notice. Like, look at the tiny little flower on the tiny flower.
And this does not look like glass at all.
I know. I know it. It's amazing.
Catherine, they're probably.
I know.
Somebody has to have very steady hands.
Right. I know it.
I couldn't do it.
I did not read, but in a video, which I linked in the description, they did use wire armatures, but still to try to help with, I mean, especially like on something like a piece like this.
Yeah.
Right. So there is a little bit of structural integrity with the glass, because they did lamp work. So they were able to kind of
all glass, Heidi.
It's all glass.
Fascinating.
I know it. I thought so too. And the leaves. Yeah, the photographer was saying like how different they had painted. Like in some areas it was glossy, in other areas it wasn't. So she was trying to try to find a way to photograph so you'd still get like the areas that were more luminous.
Yeah, the opacity.
Try to catch that, but then also try to catch the areas that maybe had more of the gloss on it as far as the variation on the maple leaf.
That is a red maple. Do you know how to tell the difference between a red maple and a sugar maple?
The veining? I don't know.
No. So a red maple has rough, those little spikies. Sugar maple is smooth.
Smooth. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's from my Envirothon days. You're welcome.
To tell me about the Envirothon.
Wow, it was a high school competition.
Oh, okay. So here is just a beautiful iris. Again, just the attention to detail is incredible.
Heidi, these are glass flowers on display at Harvard, made in
Yes.
the early 1900s by
Yes.
2 German gentlemen.
The Blaschkas. The Blaschkas. Yes. Yeah, Heidi. So this is part of Harvard's glass flower display. It was the director at the time, he had a vision of creating he wanted a spectacle, but he also wanted it to be very like scientific, education based. But he wanted to have a place where people could come and look at botany specimens. And the models at the time weren't as good as he wanted. So he approached these very well-known and talented glassmakers to create glass botanical models. So that is what these are. And these were created from 1836 to 1936.
Yeah, Heidi, you can't, looking at these pictures, you can't tell.
You really can't.
I imagine in person, it's probably hard to tell. So.
Right. Just a few more here. Look at.
I don't know. I imagine they probably worked on them in their own glass.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. They did not go to America. They worked in Germany. And they did say that Harvard would send them plants, as well as they would go to the the botanical gardens, around Germany and things like that, to study specimens, because they really wanted to get things super detailed and accurate. I know, look at all the spikes. Okay, this is the last picture. Again, zooming in, like you can see on the left, you have the plant, and then getting closer and closer to the amount of detail they put into every single little piece of glass. So
stunning.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Hi, Harry.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I wonder, did you ever see any idea of the cost involved in this collection?
I didn't read nor see a video commenting on it. I know that for a while they were alternating between making marine specimens for exhibits around the world and making the botanical plants. And then for I think a 10-year period, Harvard was able to contract them to specifically just work on botanicals. But they were involved from that 50-year time span on creating they did 4 specific series that's part of the collection.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I'm going to have to go on a rabbit hole dive now and just go look at pictures and stuff. Yeah, because I've never heard of this.
I know.
Hi. Oh, thank you, Cheesecake.
Thank you, Cheesecake.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, wait, let me go grab my new snack obsession.
Okay. Can't wait. We can't compare ourselves. Yeah, talk about a legacy. It is pretty amazing. Hey, Angela. Thanks for popping in.
Malcolm turned on the TV as I walked away. Did you hear that?
I think I did.
So I discovered these churro chips. They're so good. Okay. Of course, they're gluten-free. They use coconut sugar and avocado oil.
Oh, wow.
Paleo and vegan.
That's great.
Right? And usually you hear those things, you're like, oh, this is not going to taste good.
Yeah.
They're crispy. They're cinnamon sugar. Just delights.
Wow.
And I recommend buying them in the small bags because you'll eat the whole big bag. I speak from experience. Don't do it. Right now, they have the tiny bags at Target in their Halloween section.
Okay.
So
You better stock up on the tiny bags.
I bought 2 boxes.
Yeah.
I might have to go back and get the rest that they have. Because I always find things that I like, and they're always like seasonal. They're always
They disappear.
Limited edition. Kathy, if you like cinnamon and you like crunchy snacks, do it. Do it. You can thank me later. Oh, my glasses are so dirty. I was like, why are my glasses so dirty? I was like, oh, because who knows what I got on them during the home destruction phase.
Sawdust schmutz.
Lots of schmutz. Do you have any favorite things?
Well, I was just gonna share. I was gonna share my necklace because this is new and it's all. Hold on, I don't know if you can you see it? It's like all glass.
Wow.
And
that looks heavy.
And it is a little heavy, but I got it in a estate sale and I like it. It's
like the tiny keys.
Yeah, it's kind of bohemian, but I really like it.
It's good.
I like it a lot.
It's good. And you're hitting the road this week?
I am. I'm hitting the road. So I am going to try to be in our Brocante and Bergamot chat on Monday, but if for some reason I can't make it, Angela has a special evening prepared for you guys. But I am going to try to be there. So
it's gonna. Wait, you're gonna be with me, right?
Well, I want to, but what if, like, for some reason I'm in the field, I don't get back to the motel in time? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to try, but if for some reason things don't go well.
There will be a ghost story. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
A real life ghost story. Mixed with true crime. But I've started making my slides for it, but I don't know. I might go off the rails. It might get. You remember what I did for the wedding cup? I was like, it might be on the lines with that.
Yeah.
Picture it.
Yes.
Yeah. But if there's anything y'all want, we might play games too.
Ooh.
So if anybody wants to jump on and play games.
Yeah.
Likely Halloween themed.
You do know how to draw. You know how to draw my attention is to say the word games. Games! We gotta get back in time. Christy likes games too, so she'll want to play.
You can shoot me an email or an Instagram message if you want to participate. And you can hang out with me in case Heather gets abducted by aliens. You know, these things can happen.
Oh my gosh. I guess it could way out there in the middle of nowhere.
They are among us. Oh, Kitty Corner. Okay. Send me an email.
Cool. Oh, cool.
I'm gonna plan something fun. It will be fun. We'll have a good time. And Heather's gonna have an amazing time.
I'm planning on it. Definitely going, there's some adjustments, here and there that we're making, but it's no matter what, I'm going to have fun. So it'll be great.
Things like that, you just have to roll with whatever happens.
Exactly.
I hope everybody has a fantastic week.
Yeah.
I have to jump off here and go find a caulk gun. And maybe I'll post pictures when I get back.
Okay. Okay.
Bye.
We love you guys. No
sale for you.
No sale, but I might go live if I'm free and in the motel and,
Just do a
something. Yeah.
just do a
Chat.
chat.
Exactly.
Yeah, call something.
Yeah.
Sounds
Again,
good.
it's going to be flexible, I think. So good night,
Bye, everybody.
you guys.
Next week.